don't put in extra work. They don't go above and beyond to hone their skills, improve their game. This is a club. This is a get-together. This is a player meet and greet. This is a hangout, and the WNBA is just where they choose to hang out. And the NBA and the owners within the league, they're funding this hangout.
The WNBA is facing a ratings crisis, with Commissioner Kathy Angelberg witnessing the league's popularity plummet. The hard fact is unavoidable. Caitlin Clark, the league's biggest draw, has been sidelined, and her absence has taken away the limelight. The WNBA is rapidly regressing to its pre-2024 obscurity due to declining attendance and television ratings. Without a main attraction, momentum was limited.
Can you feel the panic reverberating throughout the WNBA dump? WNBA players think they have leverage. Keyword, think. Now, in their defense, they do have leverage in the short.
The figures reveal a grim story. Since Caitlin Clark suffered a quad injury on May 24th, WNBA ratings have dropped significantly. National TV viewership has dropped by 55%, with Indiana Fever games experiencing the most significant decline. Clark's performance attracted an average of 1.81 million views. Without her, the tally dropped to 847,000, a startling 53% decrease. The message is extremely obvious. The WNBA's momentum relies on one player, and her absence is terrible.
Now, I don't know what to believe from financials, but they got a lot of money backing them from TNT Sports and a lot of investors. And word has it that they came within $10 million of breaking even their first season. That's damn sight a lot. That's damn sight a lot better than the WNBA's done ever.
The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game provided a reality check. Caitlin Clark's absence resulted in a 36% drop in ratings, from a record 3.44 million in 2024 to only 2.19 million. And here's the twist. Despite the dismal figure, the All-Star audience remains the second largest in league history. Prior to Clark's arrival, the WNBA had dismal television ratings. Her absence had a negative impact on more than simply viewers. The league's renewed significance relies heavily on a single superstar. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to our channel. Commissioner Kathy Angelberg must be worried about the WNBA's rapid decline after a stratospheric rise. After leading the league through a pandemic crisis with a small staff of 12, the leader now faces a more challenging situation. The league is entirely reliant on one superstar. The absence of Caitlin Clark has exposed the flaws in the WNBA's success.
Unrivaled will forever change the WNBA.
For sure.
And the way that they do business, the way that they treat their players, any agreement going forward. Unrivaled did things that were unprecedented. And I think it showed players their value, and players in that upcoming CBA are going to ask for everything. And I think that they're going to have to make something work if they want to see the product on TV.
Angelberg is experiencing mounting criticism from all sides. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum have publicly criticized the league's inconsistent officiating practices. Due to declining attendance and viewership, the WNBA's star player has publicly acknowledged the need for more officiating consistency. However, simply improving the whistles will not address the root cause. The WNBA's lack of Caitlin Clark has led to a significant decline in viewership.
Essentially stalled for a new collective bargaining agreement in the WNBA. For the first time ever, WNBA players think they have leverage. Keyword, think. Now, in their defense, they do have leverage in the short term. The problem is, if this short-term leverage is used and the 2026 WNBA season is canceled, it could have devastating long-term impacts on pretend basketball.
The most perplexing aspect of this affair occurred during collective bargaining talks. According to reports, WNBA players rejected a proposal to increase their minimum and maximum salaries from $60,600 to $25,000 and $1 million, respectively. Phoenix Mercury forward Satisai described the offer as a slap in the face. Think about it. Players in a league with an annual loss of $50 million and no profit in nearly 30 years declined an opportunity to triple their salaries. They turned down a lucrative chance to become millionaires while competing in a league supported by NBA subsidies worth approximately $15 million annually. The decision exposes the disconnect between players' expectations and the league's financial realities.
I'm wondering, will the WNBA get within $10 million this season? I kind of doubt it, considering Caitlin Clark's missed, 13, 14 games or something like that? We saw ticket prices plummeted. We know the ratings have gone down in games that she's not involved with, which has drove the ratings down across the league. So I don't know.
Now my question is, what exactly? One fan described the hallucination as mind-blowing. They declined million-dollar wages in a financially struggling league. These players say they deserve NBA-level salaries despite competing in a league with only 160,000 spectators for a Mercury game without Caitlin Clark. The math does not lie, and the truth is terrible. Demanding high salaries for a project that fails to reach a significant audience is unrealistic.
In the All-Star game, wearing "Pay us what you owe us" t-shirts, WNBA players whose salaries are subsidized by the NBA wear t-shirts declaring "Pay us what you owe us." They must have thought this was a great idea. Oh, folks, we're really going to stick it to the owners. We are really going to stick it to the league. We're going to walk out in solidarity with a t-shirt that says "Pay us what you owe us," and then they'll have no choice but to pay us what they owe us. Now, my question is, what exactly?
The WNBA's refusal to confront the hard reality is straightforward. Caitlin Clark is not only the league's brightest star, she's the league. The evidence is overwhelming. In 2024, Clark accounted for 26.5% of WNBA economic activity, resulting in record-breaking merchandise, ticket sales, and television viewership. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith noted, "Clark is both the cash cow and the box office. When she is missing, ratings plummet." The data presents a stunning picture. Her broadcasts generated roughly 45% of the WNBA's total television value. Her debut versus the Chicago Sky drew 2.7 million spectators, but a rematch without her resulted in ticket prices dropping to only $3. The verdict was unequivocal. The WNBA's success, significance, and financial viability are dependent on one individual. Without Clark, the league would quickly become irrelevant, a niche product with declining interest. The WNBA will not succeed without Caitlin Clark, according to market sentiment.
Is that Paige Becker's 10-week commitment to Unrivaled? 10-week commitment, 10 weeks to Unrivaled. She will make more in that first year than she will in the WNBA, where she's only projected to make $78,000. And I know there's still some haters, some unbelievers mad that women decided to bet on themselves, make this startup that is already putting the foot on the gas, right? Already making the WNBA look bad. I understand that. And they're wondering how they're paying for it. Well, Unrivaled made $1 million in ticket sales this year. Unrivaled made over $1 million in merchandise sales this year. And that's not even counting like the jersey.
The WNBA's troubles escalate from disturbing to outrageous. The league has fostered a culture of targeting around Caitlin Clark rather than protecting her. Sophie Cunningham, Clark's teammate, acknowledged to acting as an enforcer due to referees' failure to defend the league's star player. Cunningham noted that this did not happen overnight. Officials ignored the situation for years, allowing it to worsen. The most obvious examples speak for themselves. Clark was stabbed in the eye by J.C. Sheldon and knocked down by Marina Mabrey. Despite reckless contact, referees did not remove Mabrey from the game. Following public outcry, the league retroactively upgraded her fall to a flagrant 2. The WNBA has a worrisome record of allowing extreme aggression against Clark until backlash leads to action. Chris Evert, a great tennis player, criticized the league's treatment of Clark and questioned when players would recognize her contributions to women's basketball. The WNBA's downfall stems from more than just poor officiating. This is a negative reflection on the sport and poses a direct danger to its reputation.
Alex Brazell The co-founder of the 3-on-3 Women's Basketball League, composed of exclusively WNBA players, told Front Office Sports that the league has signed nearly 90% of its player pool for the 2026 season. Quote, "We have a few spots left open to fill, and then we're pretty much ready to go."
WNBA players often ignore the league's financial struggles. According to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, the WNBA has never made a profit in its 28-year history, with annual deficits exceeding $10 million. This highlights the fragility of Clark's boom. The NBA presently provides the league with an annual subsidy of around $5 million and owns 60% of it. When including individual NBA owners who also own WNBA franchises, control increases to almost 75%. One NBA executive told the New York Post that the WNBA owes the NBA so much that there would be no windfall for years. In this context, player salary demands appear ludicrous. Employees at this corporation expect to be compensated similarly to those in the NBA, the world's most profitable sports league, despite the company's financial struggles. The math does not add up. The league's long-term stability is jeopardized by what appears to be a humorous situation.